Hey guys, Ryan Earnhardt here from CreativeSoundLab.tv. Today we're going to be talking about tone sculpting using acoustics. We're going to be stripping down my live room here, taking out most of the absorption and then slowly adding it back in just to see the effect on the sound. It's a great way to sculpt tones during recording. So let's get started. Okay, so obviously this kind of stuff is done, it's a science to it. But at the same time, we as engineers and mixers, we really have to be able to walk into a room, be able to kind of get the vibe of the room and have kind of a sense about it of, well, this may be a little bit too live or a little bit too dark. And we have to know somewhat by ear without having scientific equipment to be able to adjust the room musically to steer the recording in the right direction. So here's the first test. The room is wide open. The only absorption is right above the drum kit. Okay, next up was to add the 4 sound panels to the right of the drum kit. These are just OC703 panels. Let's check it out. Okay, now let's add just a real basic carpet. It's a 5x8 rug right out in front of the drum kit. Okay, now let's hear it with some diffusion behind the kit. Let's go ahead and roll those panels in and see what that sounds like. Okay, now this next example is kind of my typical room setup. I have some panels around the back, but I also have a rug out front. Okay, so that was the typical setup, but what I want to do now is really take this to the next level. Let's see how far we can go with this. So I'm bringing in panels now from my control room. I'm just kind of laying them around the corners. Maybe the sound is just too bright. I really want to go dark with this. And that's actually where the current state of the room is now. You can hear it in my voice. It's a bit drier. But for drums, it may start to sound a little dark at this point. Let's check it out. Now, a cool note about this is that you can really clearly hear the difference of where things are located in that stereo field. Now, when you didn't have all that sound absorption, it was kind of hard to tell. In fact, it made the mic sound a lot further away from that drum kit. And the distance never changed. Nothing changed. The only thing that actually was altered is the absorption in the room. So here's a back-to-back. Here is wide open, very little absorption in the room, and then here is very deadened. And just pay attention to how direct the sound is, but also how clear each element of the drum kit is placed within the stereo field. Now let's hear all 6 examples back to back. Okay, so I thought this was pretty cool, and I didn't know that my room was quite this adaptable. I kind of get it used to one configuration, and it was nice to see that I can really open it up. It's a little long, a little smeary, getting into that overhead. But I think I'm definitely going to be playing with this a lot more, just because of this test. And of course, you know, it is best to do this scientifically. If you have a chance to do it, find somebody that can really do this and give you the correct data so you know exactly how to treat your room to get the best results. So I'd love to hear your comments, your questions. I'll be hanging out in the comments below.